What we're trying to do is we're trying to model this after being the OHL for girls. We're trying to, it's always used to be, why girls? Now it's why not? Why can't the girls have the same things as the guys and the boys? And we're starting to build a program with making, high-end, high-performance athletes.
Hello everyone and welcome to Ford Performance Center, the home of your Etobicoke Jr Dolphins and also the practice facility of the Toronto Marlies and Toronto Maple Leafs. We're going to head inside here to start off episode 1 of Phins Up, a 10-part documentary that Sam Hossack Media is proud to present to you with a behind-the-scenes look of what it means to be created by culture and bleed blue as a member of the Junior Dolphins in the 2025-2026 season. So we head in, we're going to check out some of the team facilities, the dressing room, and all the facilities that the Junior Dolphins are able to access here at Ford Performance Center. And then we're going to catch up with some current players ahead of the season and some alumni to talk about what it meant to be a Junior Dolphin during their career. I'd like to thank everyone before we get started here for tuning in, whether it's just the first episode or you're here for all 10 episodes over the 10-month period that these will be dropping. Thank you again, and let's go Phins.
Hey guys, welcome to the Etobicoke Jr room tour. This is the facilities at Ford Performance. I'm Rachel, this is Maddie. So
you walked on here.
Walking. We have our little board for pictures. There's that, and then this was PW Toronto's room for their practice, because they practice here as well. And then you walk in. Ooh, you have our practice jerseys here, like practice socks, phone holder.
Sticks go here.
Glove dryer. Board. And then
This is the main area.
our 2 chairs, which are pretty sick. This is my stall.
This is my stall. And then
Best stall in the business.
just the bathroom, shower.
Bathroom, shower, Etobicoke. Always got to make sure the logo's showing.
TV.
Yeah, we do video in here before practices on Thursday. We have our cages as well, which are in the other arenas, but that's where our recovery stuff is. So that's what we got here.
Little give and go. Regalado alone in front of Deacon. She scores. The Mississauga native gets Canada up by 3.
I really loved the program and loved what it exemplified in the game they played, and obviously Joe as a coach, and I knew the following season that I really wanted to play for that team. And that's what I ended up doing, and I played 3 years, obviously 1 year with COVID. So, but yeah, definitely going in first year, I was one of the younger ones, learned from a lot of the older girls on the team, but it was definitely a very cool experience, and I learned a lot.
Etobicoke is created by culture. Now, you spent 3 years there. I'm sure you still probably keep up with the team, but what does created by culture mean to you as an alumni and someone that spent so long?
I learned a lot when I got there about kind of what it was and what it meant to in different ways, and each person kind of had their own way of talking about it or exemplifying it, and I think that was the cool part about learning about the created by culture process, is that each person kind of does it in their own way and sees it in their own way, but it all leads to the same goal of winning and being the best version of yourself to help the team. So it was cool to kind of see how each person shows it, whether that's through their voice and speaking up and sharing what they've learned or what they know, or whether that's someone who's a little bit quieter and just kind of does it through their actions in the gym or on the ice or even in team bonding. But it was cool to kind of see all the different ways that culture can be shown just based on the type of person you are.
Leave your jersey in a better place than you found it. What did that mean to have that jersey those 3 years and leaving it in a better place when you moved on?
Going into my first year, obviously being one of the younger ones, there was a lot to learn. And I think being able to learn from those girls kind of taught me what it meant to leave my jersey in a better place because of the example that they led and that they showed to us. And I think from those 3 years, from the moment I got there, even being called up when I was younger, I kind of learned how to leave my jersey in a better place. And like I've talked about, all the different ways to show that, whether that was speaking up or whether that was just working hard. But yeah, it's definitely just kind of the process to where you get to is how you leave it, and not just kind of the end result, but everything that got up to it and all the work you put into it.
At Etobicoke, Joe, obviously, we were held to like a pretty high standard, which was like the standard of excellence. I think we were given all the resources that we needed to succeed. And so like taking advantage of that as much as possible to translate to on-ice success. I know we did a lot of team building off the ice as well, which I think is vital in transition from off-ice to on-ice success. We were super tight-knit as a group. I know my grade 11 year, we didn't play, and that was my first year with Etobicoke. So we had kind of been like working towards, like, I guess it would have been my senior year season, which obviously we were really successful, but I think that is something that we were like building upon for more than just that one season. So it was really important that our vets and our leaders were like stepping into their role and kind of showing the younger girls the way that things were done at such like a high performance program like Etobicoke. So yeah, I think it means a lot of different things, but definitely the standard that we were held to, I feel like, is very unique and something that I've like carried with me all throughout college as well.
Ford Performance Center, just talk about being able to show up every day to a prestigious rink like that and be able to play hockey with the junior Dolphins.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's very different than the rinks we have here in Nova Scotia, that's for sure. So a little bit of culture shock, but I think it was awesome to be in an arena that had a lot of resources. I know we worked out at like Journey to Excel, which was awesome. To like bond with the girls over like workouts as well, not only like being at the rink and team building stuff, but that was awesome. And then yeah, obviously being in like the Maple Leafs like practice facility was pretty special. And yeah, I mean it was awesome to show up there every day.
What's going on, guys? I'm Coach Steve. I work with the Etobicoke Jr Dolphins as the strength coach. And today we're gonna go inside the gym and we're gonna give you a sneak peek at what we do here when we're training and getting ready for practices and games. Come on in, guys. This is where all the hard work happens. So as you can see, it's actually kind of a mess right now. We got a lot of things going on. We just had a session in here, but a lot of the times we're coming in, we'll start with some self-myofascial release, do some rolling, we'll go into some mobility, and then do some form of dynamic warm-up. We have our workout board. This is our summer stuff right now, but we'll always come to the board. I'll usually have some form of motivational quote just to set the tone for the week. And we modify our workouts based on what we have going on that week. So, you know, sometimes we have tournaments coming up, so we're gonna be doing less volume, more just, you know, mobility, just getting the body right. Sometimes we have more gaps where we have the ability to lift heavy and work hard. So it really just depends what we have going on. A lot of athletes are dealing with injuries, so we'll modify the workouts for what injury they have. Say they have an ankle or a shoulder or, you know, hip pain, we'll modify and adjust for those athletes in particular.
What does created by culture mean for you?
Created by culture means that we're defined as a team, and as a team is only as good as every member on the team. And in order to have a good culture and to have a good team, you need all the members to be completely bought in. So I think created by culture is, you know, the team is created by buying into winning. And in order to win, you have to have athletes that are willing to go over and beyond what's necessary, you know, to get it done. And you have to believe, and you have to, you know, really push past the version of yourself that wants to kind of kick back when things get hard. So, you know, the culture in itself in Etobicoke is amazing, and it's all through every person that's involved. Like they say, it takes a village. The coaches, you know, the staff, you know, everyone all the way down to the video editing. It's a culture here that we just choose to be exceptional, and that's the standard, that's the bar, and we're not going to bring the bar down to you. You got to rise to the bar type of deal.
for yourself, obviously you're helping these athletes on the ice, but you go into the games and watch these athletes and see how they perform on the ice. As a strength coach, what does that mean to you to see all the work that you're putting in off the ice for them is now transitioning on the ice?
Yeah, so to me, I never really get too attached to what we're doing in here and how it's helping them perform. For me, it's more about just watching athletes perform at their best and being the best version of themselves when I know how hard they've worked to get there. Like, the stuff we do is just complementary to them. It's not making them be the athletes they are. That happens when they're sleeping. That happens when they're on the ice. That happens when they're putting hours and hours into dedication to their craft. This is very, the behind the scenes of it, but it is, like, I have to be real with you, it is exceptional. Like, even thinking back to provincials last year, watching the girls pull that one out and come out on top, and like, I know how hard they work. I see them sweat. I see them in tears. I see them in their worst moments, just grinding out injuries, dealing with life stuff, dealing with the gym and just the grunt of it all. And just, when they pull that out, it definitely gives me a form of fulfillment in terms of I'm just so happy for them, So that's kind of what it feels like.
Last year, Stony Creek champions, provincial champions, high expectations going in. I mean, prestigious group here, the cultures here, everything like that.
Yeah.
Talk about new group coming in this year. Obviously, you'll have your athletes that have been here the last couple of years,
right?
Some new girls, but just kind of talk about, like, from the start of the season to the end, how cool it's going to be to, like, take them on this journey of a 10-month grind that it's going to be.
Yeah, I think it's such a special journey, and it's not for everybody, but it's crazy because year after year, Joe and the staff, they bring in these amazing athletes, but are just amazing people. And these girls, like, every year, it's tough to see old athletes leave, but that girls are coming in, they're hungry, they're prepared, and they're ready to work and they're ready to win. And it's really exceptional to be a part of it, and to even just to get to work with them. I'll come in and show them a drill and they can do it better than I can. I'll come in and give them a workout and they just fly through it like it's no problem. So, it is really exciting to have new athletes come in and, just kind of show them, hey, it feels like a long time, but next thing you know, you're at championship weekend and it feels like, where did the time go? So I just try to get them mentally focused into the fact that, hey, just take it one day at a time. Let's get the work done today. And, tomorrow you're going to be grateful you put that work in. And, when you are winning those championships and you're, winning those games and being the best of the best version of yourself, it's a surreal feeling, but it takes a lot of buy-in, and it takes those athletes that are coming in to really buy into the program, into the culture, which they do.
Rachel, what does Created by Culture mean for you?
Created by Culture for me is just the expectation of excellence within Etobicoke. I think not only for the players but the coaching staff as well. They expect certain things from us on the ice, off the ice, and for the new players coming in, making sure that they know what that is and how to act, and leaving our jerseys in a better place than they found it for the next generation coming in, to make sure we maintain the standard we have.
As you mentioned there, leaving your jersey in a better place, what does that mean for you?
I think that's used a lot within Etobicoke, even in the older generations as well. I think it's making sure that this stays such a high performance program for everyone. I think we do such a good job of having everything we need. We're treated so well in this dressing room, like the recovery stuff we get, and I think making sure that you treat the stuff with respect and show the new people coming in how to treat it with respect as well.
All right, Maddie, obviously you were with Durham the last couple of years, now you're with Etobicoke. Just talk about switching over and kind of the expectations you have for the season.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's my final year as a senior, so I have very high expectations for myself. And I think a switch would be good. It's just kind of like a reset for myself, mentally and physically. And I think just building from what I had the past year in Durham, which was great, and just keep on exceeding as I go.
Now, obviously last year in junior, leaving your jersey in a better place, what does that mean with this new program for you?
it's just obviously having no regrets and kind of putting everything on the ice. When I leave here, not looking back, just always looking forward. And obviously I only have 1 year here, so making the best out of it.